How's it going, YouTube? SicErik back again with another video. How you guys doing today? And in this video, we're going to be comparing the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus to the OnePlus 9 Pro. We're going to be going over the specs of each of these devices and let you guys determine which one you should pick up. They're both really great. They're both new devices from these companies this year. Samsung came out first the beginning of the year, and then OnePlus came out with the OnePlus 9 Pro about a month ago, a little over a month ago. So really great devices, really great displays on both of them, and that is where we'll get started. But before we do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon, that way you get notified on my future videos. So let's go ahead and jump down into it. Spec comparison: OnePlus 9 Pro versus the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus. So as far as display goes, we're going to start off with the OnePlus 9 Pro, and we're just going to call it the OnePlus 9. Both displays are pretty similar in size. Like, these phones are almost identical in the size department. The OnePlus has a 6.7-inch Fluid 2 AMOLED display. So it is their Fluid 2, as they're calling the second generation, I guess, of their AMOLED displays. It does have that 1 billion colors. It is 120 Hertz, HDR10 plus, and it does have a 1300 nits peak brightness. So really bright outdoors. No issues viewing this outside whatsoever. You get a resolution of 1440 by 3216, and it is a 20:9 aspect ratio, 525 pixels per inch, covered in Corning Gorilla Glass 5, and you do get an always-on display on here as well. So really nice LTPO display, which means the variable rate of the refresh rate is variable. So it will scale down to all the way down to 1 Hertz if necessary, all the way up to 120 Hertz on the OnePlus 9 Pro. Going on over to the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus, you get a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED. So yeah, like I said, both displays are pretty much the same. It is 120 Hertz as well, HDR10 plus as well. Same peak brightness, 1300 nits peak brightness. So that's pretty cool. These displays are pretty much very similar. You get a resolution though of 1080 by 2400, so it is a little bit of a lower resolution over here on the Samsung, and it is a 20:9 aspect ratio, 394 pixels per inch. Corning Gorilla Glass Victus over here compared to Gorilla Glass 5 over here on the OnePlus. You do have an always-on display on the Samsung as well, so really nice, more customizable on the Samsung, keep that in mind, than the OnePlus 9. Both displays are really nice. You do get a higher resolution over here on the OnePlus compared to 1080p on the Samsung, but both displays are 120 Hertz. Plus does have a curve to it, while the Samsung is flat, so keep that in mind. Personally, I don't care which one I like, you know, as far as flat or curve. I like them both. I like the looks of a curved display. It just looks fancier, but a lot of people don't like that. But here they are, side by side, same wallpaper. Really nice displays. You cannot go wrong with either one of them. Personally, I prefer the OnePlus just because it has a higher resolution on here, same 120 Hertz, and it just feels a lot more fluid. Higher touch response over here on the OnePlus as well, so keep that in mind. As far as dimensions go, we're going to start off with the OnePlus. It is 6.43 inches tall, 2.9 inches wide, 2.90 inches wide, and 0.34 inches thick. So it is a very nice, comfortable device to hold, and it is not that big. The corners are curved on here as well. Corning Gorilla Glass 5, like I mentioned earlier, it weighs 6.95 ounces, and it is IP68 water and dust resistant. So really nice. The OnePlus includes that. Glass on back, glass on the front. Very nice, very nice premium build. You do get this nice new design on their camera area for their camera bump with that Hasselblad branding. So really nice. You do get your power button your volume slider, which is a huge feature for OnePlus to be able to put it on vibrate. And going on over to the Samsung, it is 6.36 inches tall, 2.98 wide, and 0.31 inches thick. So it is a little bit thinner than the OnePlus, but still feels really nice. A little bit wider as well, I believe, than the OnePlus, just by a little bit, not a lot. Corning Gorilla Glass Victus on the front and on the back, and it does weigh 7.5 ounces over here on the Samsung. IP68 water and dust resistance as well. The glass on the back is that matte finish glass, so that's really cool. While over here on the OnePlus, it is a glossy finish. I've got a skin on there, but it is a glossy. This is the morning mist color over here, so very shiny. And the Samsung is a matte finish. I prefer this finish over the glossy finish of the OnePlus. As far as platform goes, they're both running Android 11. OnePlus having its Oxygen OS 11 and Samsung having its One UI 3.0 over here on the Samsung. As far as processors go, they're both running the Snapdragon 888 processor on both of these. The Samsung does have 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of internal storage, while over here on the OnePlus you get 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. Neither has micro SD card support, so keep that in mind. Both of these have UFS 3.0 storage on here, so really fast storage on either one. Personally, I prefer the OnePlus software over the Samsung, but not by a lot. Samsung has gotten a lot better with their software and updates and the way everything looks. Personally, I think they're both great. They're both really fast. The OnePlus definitely feels snappier with that extra RAM, and it does have more storage over here compared to the Samsung, especially since both of these do not have micro SD card support. Going on over to the cameras, we're going to start off with the OnePlus. Now, both of these cameras are really excellent cameras. The OnePlus might take the lead with this whole, Hasselblad, processing for their camera system. So going on to their main cameras, you do get a main sensor of, it is 48 megapixels with an aperture of f1.8, and you do get your PDAF, laser autofocus, OIS, and everything. You get an 8 megapixel telephoto with an aperture of f2.2, and then you get a 50 megapixel ultra wide aperture of f2.2, and then lastly you get a 2 megapixel depth sensor with an aperture of f2.4. Your front facing camera is going to be a 16 megapixel with an aperture of f2.4. You can record up to 1080p 30 frames per second on the front facing camera only, while on the rear you can go all the way up to 8K 30 frames per second, 4K 3060 120, 1080 3060 240. It does support HDR and everything like that, so really nice cameras over here on the OnePlus. Going on over to the Samsung, you do get a triple camera setup. On the rear, your main camera is going to be a 12 megapixel aperture of f1.8. You do get your dual pixel PDAF, OIS as well. 64 megapixel telephoto aperture of f2.0. A 12 megapixel ultra wide aperture of f2.2, and your front facing camera is going to be a 10 megapixel camera aperture of f2.2. Cool thing about this phone is you can record up to 4K on the front facing camera and up to 10K up to 8K 24 frames per second on the rear facing camera, 4K 3060, 1080 3060 240, and so on. As far as picture quality goes and everything, both of these take really excellent pictures. I'll post a link in the description down below, that way you guys can check out my camera comparison on both of these phones that I did a while back. Really nice, very close call. Personally, it is to each his own as far as which one you think is better. Personally, I like the rear camera on the OnePlus, and I like the front facing camera over the OnePlus over here on the Samsung, just because it takes higher quality footage rather than just 1080p over here on the OnePlus. But to each his own, both of these cameras are great. for what you get here. The OnePlus definitely has a better ultra wide as far as, you know, video content and everything like that. You can get better quality ultra wide video, and the colors over here on the OnePlus definitely, I don't know, they just please my eye a little bit more than the Samsung. But that front-facing camera quality, I think the Samsung does look a little bit better than the OnePlus. But check out my video, it'll be posted down below. Full camera comparison between these two devices. Really nice on either one of them. Both of these do have stereo speakers. You get Dolby Atmos over here on the Samsung, and you do get Dolby Atmos over here on the OnePlus as well. Let's go ahead and jump into the settings. So you do get auto, movie, music, and voice on the Samsung. Over here on the OnePlus, you get dynamic, movie, and music. Really nice. Both of these speakers on these phones sound really good. We're gonna go ahead and play some samples for you, that way you guys get an idea of how each of these devices sound. Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when you rewind, it's so nice. We time, you know how to make me feel right. I can't help that this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all. Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when you rewind, it's so nice. We time, you know how to make me feel right. I can't help that this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all. Alright, so which one do you think sounded better, the Samsung or the OnePlus? Comment down below, let me know which one you like better. Personally, I think they both sound really nice. The stereo speaker effect on both of these is just really good. Dolby Atmos is great. They both have really nice highs and good mids, and they just sound really good for some stereo speakers. If you want more detail, connect some headphones or a Bluetooth headset. As far as features go, both of these do have in-display fingerprint sensors. The OnePlus is an optical ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. As far as the positioning goes, I definitely prefer the Samsungs over the OnePlus. The OnePlus seems to be a little bit lower. But as far as speed goes, it all depends on which one. They're both about the same. OnePlus being a little bit quicker as far as unlocking, but Samsung is definitely a little bit more secure since it is an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. But like I said, to each his own as far as which one you think is better. Personally, I like the positioning over here on the Samsung over the OnePlus, but the OnePlus definitely does a little bit quicker. To me, it seems a little bit quicker. Both of these do have facial recognition, so you can unlock using your face. Really nice. Most phones aren't including that nowadays. As far as Bluetooth goes, you get Bluetooth 5.0 over here on the Samsung. Yeah, Bluetooth 5.2 over here on the OnePlus. As far as other things go, they're both really nice. Battery life on both of these, you do get a 4800 milliamp hour battery on the Samsung. You do get fast charging, 25 watts, USB power delivery 3.0, and you do have 15 watt wireless charging and 4.5 watt reverse wireless charging, which means you could charge a pair of earbuds or a watch on the back. So really nice. You do not get a charger in the box with the Samsung, so keep that in mind. You will need to buy a 25 watt charger in order to take advantage of those fast wired charging over here, so keep that in mind. Over here on the OnePlus, you do get a 4500 milliamp hour battery, 65 watt charging over here. You do get a charger in the box with the OnePlus. Thank you, OnePlus. You're not going the route of Samsung and Apple, not yet at least. You do get 50-watt wireless charging, but only if you buy OnePlus's wireless charger from their website. It does still have wireless charging over here, and you can reverse wirelessly charge some buds on the back as well on the OnePlus. So really nice features on both of them. Obviously the OnePlus wins over that faster charging and the advantage of actually coming with the charger over the Samsung with not having that charger in the box. Both really nice. You do get Samsung DeX over here on the Samsung, so you could connect this to a monitor or a TV and use it as a computer, so that's really cool. Wi-Fi 6 on both of these, so no issues whatsoever with Wi-Fi connectivity. Bluetooth is absolutely awesome on either one of these, no dropped connections or anything like that. As far as colors go, over here on the Samsung, you do get Phantom Black, which is this color right here. You get Phantom Silver, Phantom Violet, Phantom Pink, Phantom Gold, and Phantom Red. This is the Phantom Black. Really nice stealthy color. Over here on the OnePlus, you get Morning Mist, which is this color, but I do have a skin on it. Forest Green and Stellar Black. Now the Forest Green and the Black are a matte finish. I definitely wish I would have gotten one of those, but I did get the Morning Mist. It is sort of a silver color. It has a two-tone effect, frosted up top, shiny at the bottom. Really nice looking phones. To go ahead and do a little walk around as far as size goes. So the OnePlus is a little bit taller than the Samsung. As far as width goes, the Samsung is just a tad bit wider than the OnePlus. At the rear, you do get your camera systems. Your flash over here is outside of the camera bump. Now Samsung's camera bump definitely is a little bit more stylish since it sort of wraps into the frame. OnePlus is definitely more of a traditional camera hump. On the back, you do get your Hasselblad branding on the OnePlus, so really nice on both of these. You cannot go wrong. As far as comfortability or comfortableness goes, the OnePlus is a little bit more comfortable to hold over the Samsung just because it has more of a curved back to it. So really nice on either one of these. You cannot go wrong. As far as which one I think you should get, pretty much to each his own. They're both around the same price. You could probably get the Samsung for a little bit cheaper than $1,000 it came out at, as the OnePlus is $1,069 I believe, but again you could probably get it a little bit cheaper as well. But Samsung definitely has a little bit more better trade-in offers over here to get it a little bit cheaper. Personally, I think the Samsung S21 Plus should have been priced around $800 rather than $1,000, just because of that lower specs, no micro SD card, no high-res display, etc. The OnePlus probably could have been priced at about $1,000, maybe $999, just to keep it a little bit lower, but I think it is worth it. There have been some issues over here on the OnePlus as far as overheating, but I think it has to do with the Snapdragon 888 processor. It does get really warm. The Samsung gets a little bit warm, but the OnePlus does affect camera quality as far as recording video. No issues over here on the Samsung when recording 4K video, while over here on the OnePlus it does have that gap, that cap of about 10 minutes before it won't let you record just because it gets so damn hot. But as far as that goes, these have been the specs of these two devices, the OnePlus 9 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus. Comment down below which one you think is the best, and hopefully this video helped you decide which one you might want to go for if you're on the fence about either one of these. So hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you didn't, and that is quite alright. Subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.